Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! 49 to Mike! 49 to Mike! Over!
Now they try the right side here. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Jaguars! Corey Grant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Allen will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Allen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Here's Allen to throw it. Open here, Adam Thielen. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. And they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score. And the Bills draw a bit closer. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but, hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out come the Bills. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Allen going to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's out right at the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. This is Cohen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bills' passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That one goes for 24 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Allen off the play fake. And it'll be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And now it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. back to throw here. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Gone!
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards that time for number 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, Allen. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he knocks it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Allen. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Allen to throw once more. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. The 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They try again with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
So the shotgun snap to Ellis. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Grant, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. The open man is Shark. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Oh, he shifts past him. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter.
Detroit!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars are back within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
To the air. Allen is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Past the 20. It's caught. Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, 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 gone.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, what a move. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll look to throw. Sharks got it left side. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they take a knee. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Jags, they remain in the hunt for a